Hello, all you beautiful people and beautiful fishes. It's Lord Magicus here, and it is time once again for us to stream our Merfolk in Modern. So, yeah, I guess we'll talk about the Pro Tour in a minute here. Let's get our deck going. It was an interesting weekend for sure. So, I think it went about how pretty much everyone thought it was going to. So now the question is not what is going to happen, but how long is it going to take it to happen? There we go. All right. I'll give everybody a second here to get in. We just started our stream. Let's see. Did we get all the same printings this time? I think we actually did. Oh my god. Yeah, it looks like they gave us all the same printings of our cards for a change. That's very rare. It doesn't normally happen like that. That's good. That's a sign of good luck. That means Svyelun is on our side. Yeah. I haven't changed anything from the list aside from I think I cut the third Tidebinder to put the fourth Dismember in. That's pretty much it. Probably as long as Nadu exists, we should have this extra Dismember, but it's not a huge difference either way. But, you know, it still matters, so. I'm not a huge fan of having to play all four of these along with this Sink and the Stupor. So you really don't want to be... I think you can pay life for, like, two of these cards. So you can do, like, Sink and the Stupor and then a Dismember. And then if it's going to be, like, the thing that's going to end the game, then maybe a third one. But you really don't want to do more than two. Paying 7 life is a lot, alright? You pay, like, 3 for this, 4 for that. That is a huge chunk. So, or, you know, like paying 4 life for a Dismember and then another 4 for another Dismember, it's brutal. You definitely do not want to spend 4 in a Dismember, 4 in a Dismember, and 3 in a Sink and a Stupor. Like, that is insane. So, yeah, it adds up really fast, really quickly. So, like, but I guess on certain decks, then it means you're probably not like, yeah, you may have to play this tap sometimes to save your life so you can actually cast the Dismembers. But it's a necessary evil. We have to play this card. Dismember is too important. It's like the only good removal spell that our deck gets, so we need to use it. And I mean, hopefully we're casting Sink in the Stupor more than we're playing it as a land. That's always the best. Zoe, thank you for subscribing. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. I guess this is a good point to shill. Yeah, why not? I will put my link stuff here in the... As soon as I get it. Come on. Come on. Open up Linktree so I can... Here. There we go. I don't know why it's not coming up right away, but yeah. Is Linktree, like, not working or something? Oh, no, there it is. Okay, I just took it up a second. Yeah, you can find all of my relevant links here to, like, Twitter and, you know, the YouTube where I put all the replays and stuff. It would really be awesome if you would follow and subscribe on, yeah, the YouTube. You know, do all that stuff. This is great. Follow the Twitch channel, subscribe on the YouTube, you know, click thumbs up in the video. I know, I don't ask for your money. I do appreciate it if you send it, but, like, I do this primarily because it's entertaining for me, and I hope it is for everybody watching, so that's it. If you do all the free things, I'm happy with that. Hello, Dark Merfolk. Mr. Lord, yes, that's right. Mr. Lord Magicus. But yeah, now this shell seems like it has we have all the tools we need to interact with all the decks. So the only thing that I find particularly difficult is like Grief and the scam decks. You know, it feels really miserable when they just like Grief scam you and then follow it up with Necropotence, or I'm sorry, Necro Dominance, which is definitely totally not just Necropotence with a new coat of paint on it. That, yeah, I don't think that it is extremely difficult to beat a resolved Necro Dominance, but it's really hard to like have answers to it too, because they're a deck that's just gonna rip the cards from your hand and then just slam it. So Yeah, I don't know, it's hard. But yeah, I guess we should actually talk a little bit about the Pro Tour. So for those who are not aware, Nadir was like the most dominating deck at the Pro Tour, and not by a small margin. It was huge. I think it put like 5 copies in the top 8. It like won the event. It had like one of the highest conversion rates. I think the win rate of that deck was something like 60%, which is like more than fucking Hogak was at like that Pro Tour. It's absurd. Like by literally any metric you want to use, like the pros identified that Nadu was the best deck, and the results from that day absolutely justify it too. It's not like it. Nobody knew that it wasn't gonna happen. No, everybody saw that deck and they knew it was gonna be good. They tried to prepare for it, and it didn't matter because the everybody was just playing it and just like crushing everything with it. Whereas on the same time, Ruby Storm was another deck that looked very strong going in, and honestly, the deck probably is really strong, but everybody was prepared for it because they knew it was strong, so it didn't crush everything like you would have expected. But I don't feel like it's because the deck isn't good. I feel like it's because they had the cards necessary to beat the deck. So yeah, I I, I don't know what argument you can't make the argument that like um Nadu is like somehow just like, oh, the meta's gonna figure it out. It's like literally everybody knew that it was going to be a problem, and like the best players in the world could not figure out a way to like to slow it down in any meaningful capacity. It was like literally one of like the most winning decks of all time in like a modern Pro Tour. So right up there along with Bant Elj, or I'm sorry, with yeah, Bant Nudu's like up there with the Eldrazi Winter and like Hogak Summer stuff. So yeah, it's fucking brutal. What's really funny is that I think the price of the card has actually been tanking because everybody knows that like there is no way that this card does not have a life in Modern going forward. Let me see here. Open up the good old TCG player and find Nadu. Oh wow. Wow. I'm gonna let me uh, show you here. Yeah, there we go. This is our price chart for Nadu right now. Despite being like the most powerful card in the format, like you just see like it's just yeah, no, it's just just cratering, absolutely dead. Yeah, it's it started up here around like $18 and now it's like at 6. It's I mean, to some extent like it it's the more that Modern Horizons gets open, like the lower the rares will go. But like at the same time, it's the deck that like everybody knows is the most absurd, but nobody like wants to buy the deck because it's very, very obviously like super egregiously over the line and like needs to be banned. So the real question is not actually like if the deck is going to get a ban; it's what card is going to get banned. Because what happened when Hogak got banned? Does anybody remember? Did they ban Hogak? No. What did they do? They banned fucking Bridge from Below. Like that was somehow the real problem with the card. So, or with the deck. And did that make any difference at all? No, it did not. In fact, the deck actually became stronger. Like it turns out that like once all the Hogak decks like stopped playing Bridge from Below, like I guess whatever shift in deck building or like meta, it made like basically no difference. They were still absolutely just dominating. So yeah, it did nothing. And then eventually they dragged their heels and then finally admitted like, fine, all right, Hogak is broken. We have to ban it. And it's just So are they gonna ban like Shuko from this deck, or like what do you ban? Like, because I don't think banning Shuko is gonna like meaningfully stop this deck. There's so many other enablers they can play instead of Shuko. Like, obviously Shuko's the best one, but it's not like the only one. So yeah, the deck is absurd either way, and honestly, they're the only thing you really can ban from the deck is Nado. You have to kill the deck. It's like, there's no good way to answer it. Like, the second that it resolves, like, well, first of all, it's likely to resolve. Yeah, it's likely to resolve anyway because they're just playing Halfling to make it uncounterable. So good luck countering it. And then once it enters play, like, anything like tries, if you try to like remove it, like with Dismember, they get a trigger off of it because it doesn't just trigger off their stuff; it triggers off everybody targeting this. So yeah, like, no matter what, trying to use removal on it means that it generates a 2-for-1 from them. And if you don't have removal immediately for it, then it starts generating like 3-for-1s or 4-for-1, or like it just generates infinite fucking value. So yeah, you better have an answer to it, or otherwise they're just gonna bury you in cards. It's the same thing like with Necro Dominance. Like, once the card lands, like, you're just getting like completely buried in card advantage. The only difference is like you're not taking any risks with your life total to do it. You're literally just like going through as many cards as you possibly can, and then once you have one of your engines set up, like with the green guy, or the whenever you like target the, what is it, whenever the land comes into play, right, it makes a one insect, and then you just target the insect with the Shuko. So it's like every land that comes into play gives you 2 more triggers to try to find another land to keep it going. And then once you start to get multiples, then yeah, it just gets truly absurd. It's like, I don't. It doesn't really matter if you ban that because there's still like other ways to go about doing it. It's like, I don't know. It's just not going to end well. So yeah, you have to kind of ban Nadu. So yeah, so the Pro Tour made it really obvious that has to happen. Like, it's just a matter of when is Wizards going to do it. It's like, that they know this is a problem. They're just trying to figure out how long can they get away without doing it. So. But yeah, all right. Enough staring at this deck. We've seen these cards. We know what they do. Let's go and play our league now. So, cut for life. Yeah, it is absolutely Nadu that they're gonna ban. Like, it has to be. There's no other way to like rein that deck in. Like, it's just broken. It's like Oko and Uro all over again. They just never learn with these Simic cards. I don't know what it is. All right. Okay, why is this freaking out all of a sudden? Uh, okay. It failed to join the league. All right, let's try again. You better be able to join this league. I would really like to be able to play Magic tonight. Oh no. This was not something I prepared for in my bingo card. I'm going to take a quick look to see. Anybody like having issues with this or something? I don't know. Let me see. What the hell is happening here? Why is it not able to join a league? I did not realize that, the hardest part of this whole thing was just being able to join the league, not like the matchups or anything. All right. I'm gonna have to like close this and reopen it. Hmm. All right. I'll try re-logging into MTGO and see if it makes a difference in a second here. It seems to be struggling. Okay. You put me on camera while I try to do this. That is really, really strange. Okay, let's try again. Maybe that was really weird. Is MTGO having issues right now? I'm just trying to log back into it and all of a sudden it's like, nope. Oh, here we go. Alright, let's see. I see a couple things here. Somebody said, just got kicked from my match while sideboarding and can't log back in. It says offline for scheduled maintenance. Oh. No, that's probably not right. Somebody else said Magic Online can't connect. Alright, no, it looks like maybe we're on here now. Maybe? I don't, it's not clear yet. We might be experiencing this in real time. That was, like, these posts are from like a minute ago. I don't know, chat, what do we do? Not like this. No, it seems like it's really struggling here. It's still having an issue. Yeah, no. I was able to sign back in, but like it's not showing my deck here. When I clicked on play match, it's just like frozen in the league screen now. Look, Nadu is so broken that it has literally broken the MTGO leagues at the moment. That's the only conclusion I can come to. Wow. All right. So, all right. Well, I guess we're just hanging out for a few minutes to see if this gets fixed. So, I was really expecting that it would be fine, but it seems like maybe not. So, hmm. Just checking to see if anybody else is like having an issue or at the moment. Hmm. Have I sleeved up Legacy recently? I haven't, but actually Nikachu just like he just posted a 5-0 with Legacy Fish using Harbinger. So it is on my list that I think I want to go and try jamming Harbinger of the Season Legacy, and we will probably do that at some point in the next like week or two. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on here. I don't seem to be able to like actually do anything at the moment. Yeah, like where's my collection right now? Why is it not even showing up? Yeah, so you're saying you've had a good experience with it? Yeah, I mean it looks like it should be really strong, so all right. Try closing this again, I guess. That is so weird. Like, all right, maybe the third time's gonna be the charm. Yeah. Uh, yeah, Harbinger this Seas just gives the deck free wins that it never had before, and it's really good combined with Wasteland because you can get rid of this. You can get rid of like their mana, and then they'll just fetch out more, dual land to try to keep their fixing, and then just slam Harbinger with it. So, still waiting for your other two to come in the mail. You ordered. Oh my god, yeah, that's terrible. Uh, Yeah, I got most of my cards that I ordered so far. I have a few things for like the Pioneer list that I haven't like gotten yet, but I'm not imminently playing any Pioneer fishies in the meantime, so it's not a huge deal. But I got all like the important Modern Horizon stuff. I think I might be missing one foil consigned to memory. There, you know what? There might be a couple cards that like, what is it? The one that's not Swan Song, but it's the opposite of Swan Song. It's Strix something. Strix Serenade, yeah. I don't have a playset of those in my for my foil deck yet, so I still need to get that. But it's yeah, most of the stuff I have at this point. You know, look, I've posted the picture of my deck here before. I guess I could. Is everything like actually here yet? It seems like it's still trying to load. All right. You know what? Let me just get the picture of my deck so we have something to look at. So I have it physically right here, but I mean I also have like I did take a photo of it, so, and I post them regularly. So yeah, if you follow me on Twitter and also on the YouTube, I will post randomly pictures of whatever my deck looks like from time to time. So that should be this one. All right, here. Yeah. So this is my deck. So we got our shiny Aether Vials here. I don't remember why I picked extended arts for the Dockhands. I just did. We got like the F&M promo Dismembers. Yeah, we're just like buying a few minutes until like Magic Online can figure out what the hell it's doing. So, uh, there we go. Yeah, this is the Dismember I use. See, it has like the little star on it. I miss when they had like the foil star and everything. So, yeah, because you can't see that in this picture of this, but yeah, we got the Harbingers here. I like to just show off, so I have my original foil Minamo and the Oboro that go in the deck. We're playing with. I always change which set of basic island I use too. Like I have like maybe 5 different sets of. I might even have like a 6th set to be honest, but like right now I've been using my foil Zendikar 236s, so they're like this one. I gotta be careful. Like, yeah, the lighting here makes it really hard to show it off without it like reflecting the camera and everything. But yeah, that's the basic that I have in this one. They're foils of that. So yeah. Our Judge foil Lord of Atlantis with the correct text for Lord of Atlantis. It is the only Lord of Atlantis that actually has the technical correct text on it. You know, yeah. The signed full art Svyelun's here, beautiful. The Mutavaults, the champs ones, which are like worth more than the fucking dual lands are, and insanely expensive. I've had these for a long time. With my Tishana's Tidebinders are all pre-release stamped. So I actually opened a Tishana's Tidebinder that at the pre-release, and I knew it was a sign. It took me to like undefeated, yeah, when I was playing it. So like, okay, that's as much of a sign from Svyelun as I need. I just got my set of stamped ones for this. So yeah, my foil Spreading Seas here. These are they're I think I don't know if they've been reprinted yet, to be honest. I know, like, these are, yeah, from Zendikar, so I don't think they have. Oh, no, okay, so they did reprint them in Eldraine. They have, they're like, extended border one. All right, I see. But yeah, so because there is, like, another version of this foil now, like the original foils for a long time were like $30 a piece, but it looks like as soon as they printed like the other version of it in Eldraine, yeah, then they like went down, so they're not super expensive anymore. Yeah, the other Spreading Seas looks like it's this one. So, which honestly, this is a really good art for this. And the foil is actually really cheap for it too. It's like a quarter. So yeah, if you don't have like shiny spreading season, this is definitely a very good way to go. But I've had mine since like basically the beginning. I've been playing this deck for forever, so you know. That's why like a lot of the stuff I have are like older printings of certain cards here just because I've had them like the same thing. Like I didn't really want to have this particular foil of Cavern. Like this is I think the Modern Masters 2017 one. There are other ones I think I would prefer to have, but this is just what I got at the time, and I haven't changed them ever since, so... Yeah, alright. This does not look promising. I don't feel like... Okay, oh, no, okay, no, fine. You know what we got here? It looks like maybe it's going to pair us here. Yeah, okay, we'll see. And look, all right, we might be playing Magic after all. Thankfully. Watch, we'll probably get paired up against like Scam or something. All right, I know. Yeah, everybody, thank you for just hanging out with me and bearing with me while MTGO is doing whatever the hell it was doing. But we're here. We're gonna play. If I can play, I will play. So. Yeah, okay, so I see other people seem to have been having issues. So there was just like a few minute period where it just wasn't working for people, so but I'm seeing other people are saying that they were able to log back in and everything, so hopefully that means that, you know, other people are going to jump back in the league here and as soon as they're getting back in, so yeah, I definitely will play a Legacy League. I'm playing a lot of Modern right now because I think that's where most of our attention is at the moment. Like, my roots in Magic are kind of all over the place. I used to play way more Legacy than I played Modern, but now it's kind of like the other way around, where I've been playing a lot more Modern than I have Legacy. Should actually check. Alright, we're on the draw here. Alright, neat. This is not a very good hand at all. You know what? Actually, alright, maybe I'll have to... I think this... I might have some time to play Legacy this Sunday. I'll have to check, maybe. So there is an event near me on Sunday I could go play, so... I don't think we can keep this hand. They're keeping 7 cards. We have 1 creature and like a Mutavault. There's not a keepable hand. This is way better. We're gonna keep this, and I'm gonna bottom the sink into Stupor. So, but I mean, this is like this is reasonable. So, okay. See what we are up against. Wooded Foothills. Okay. Make sure. All right. Yeah, I got chat and everything up. We drew an Aether Vial. Drawing a Vial doesn't really help. Okay, what are we up here? This could be the Boros deck, or it could be Ruby Storm, actually. We don't really have a good answer if this is Ruby Storm. Oh yeah, it's Ruby Medallion, okay. So, in this case, if I don't draw a counterspell, I probably need to hold up Dismember. Yeah, because if they play like Ral or something, I probably need to Dismember it as soon as humanly possible. So I think here what we do is we play Mutavault, play this Aether Vial, and then hold up Dismember. This next turn we can always Vial in this Lord next turn. Maybe play Svyelun if we have nothing else going on. We'll just like act like we have a counterspell for blue. This is not really a good scenario for us, though. They have an enabler. They have 3 lands here. Yeah, that's bad. Like, we need to kill this guy quickly. They're going to probably just try to go off here. So I have to just, like, do what I can. Sure. Yeah, they can just go off in response here, probably, so. Oh, of course. They just... They randomly managed to flip it. Okay. So, yeah, no, we just kind of got a terrible 6-card hand versus Ruby Storm in the draw. Yeah, well, it's rough. Yeah, they have like a bajillion mana to do whatever they want here. Like, it should basically be impossible for them to lose from this position. Like, they just wish they can get, what, like, Past in Flames and then just play up their stuff again and then, yeah. Yep. Yeah, they've got it. It doesn't. Yeah, it does not matter. Like they can do it. They can just wish for like I think empty the warrens and that'll be enough. So there's a million ways to try to win this game. What are you gonna like? We just had a bad hand in the draw for this, so we want to lower our curve for this. So I guess we want the tricksters and the tidebinders, right? And we want the dismember, and we don't need Svyelun or Harbinger. And that's really about it. Like, we don't really have anything else that's worth playing. So, we just run it like that. I will play first. This hand is much better. We're going to keep this. I'll play Dockhand and then into Tideshaper, and then I can just sack the Dockhand to Flare if I need to. Probably, I don't know, I could think about playing Cavern of Souls here, just because I want to play it before this Harbinger comes out. This is a really interesting animation they have here now. The only problem is I can't, like, kick Harbinger, so I guess maybe I could just try to tap down their land. I don't think attacking them for 1 here is going to matter that much. I can make them maybe lose some more life. So I'll just Dockhand them in their turn. Yeah. Because yeah, this incentivizes them to find a creature that's going to get got by this thing, hopefully. Just slow them down. Now if they play a mountain, I'll just Tideshaper it. Okay, well, yeah. Neat. Okay, actually here I can just play Harbinger. That's good. Beautiful. And if they play a mountain, then I can just play the Tideshaper, and I can always flare away the Dockhand, so... Sweet! We just got him with Harbinger. Alright, neat. You know, this card seems a little bit better than I think Pikachu values it at, to be honest. The blue Ponza mode is a way to legitimately win some of these games. It is unlikely that we're going to get them again like that, but like it is really tempting to just bring in like 1 more of these. The only thing is there's not a whole lot I'd want to take out for it, so... Yeah, it's hard to say, like... Blue Ponza mode is really strong. Maybe I will bring in, like... yeah, the second one, why not? Because they do have a lot of basics, so it's not like it's always going to get them, but... It did kind of there, so we'll try it like this. Alright. This is a really slow hand that doesn't interact with them, and they've kept 7 cards. I get the feeling if we keep this in the draw, we're gonna die, so we have to mulligan this. This is actually better. We'll keep this. We'll get rid of a Mutavault here. So we have the Dismember and the Hexcatcher, so sure. This at least slows them down. What's up, Monster CC? Yeah, we had a little bit of trouble getting into a league. It seemed like MTGO was having some issues, but now we are in a league. We're in game 3 of match 1, so that's pretty good too. Good. Island, Aether Vial, and hope they don't fucking turn to us. That would be awful. Alright. It can happen. Ren's Resolve. Okay, sure, fine. Flage. Ooh, I don't really like that at all. Stuck in traffic, you're going to miss Legacy tonight. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. So the question here is, what are they doing next turn? Probably that. I think that we're supposed to try to, like, keep this Hexcatcher up. Or maybe this Dismember, but it's not clear yet. They might Helix us with this thing. Like, if they Helix us, that's not that bad. They have 5 cards here, so... There's like 0% chance I'm attacking with Mutavault next turn, so I'm pretty sure I'm just playing Island here. Maybe it's not 0, actually. It's possible. I find it highly unlikely, though. I guess it's possible. And see, I could try to Tideshaper this thing right now, but they could just play like another thing and flage me, and that would be really bad. The other thing is if I find Harbinger, like, going after this mountain is not really that good. Yeah, so it's tough to say. I might need the Hexcatcher. I'm thinking about going after this, because then they could play another one and then just like Helix the Tideshaper away with Flage. Like that'd be bad. The thing is, if they go and try to like play the Titan this turn, we can always like flash in Hexcatcher at the end of their turn and then like Violin Master and then like play Tideshaper and on the following turn when we have a better idea of what their weak point and their mana is. And the other thing is, if I play Hexcatcher and don't do Tideshaper now, I can always vial this in if I need an extra thing to throw away. So I think that I'm not supposed to do this turn. I'm supposed to just pass. I will flash in Hexcatcher at the end of their turn if they don't do anything. Or if they do nothing, or if they just play like the Titan, it's fine. Yeah. Okay. I think they're gonna do it. Okay. Like, they Helix me. It's not great, but whatever. This now means that I definitely want to Tideshaper away that mana. What's going on? Yeah, okay. And I don't... Yeah, I think I'm just taking Vial up here. Sure, that's fine. Let's just make sure this doesn't happen next turn. If I have to throw a creature away, I can always throw away the Mutavault. So we've got a board here. We're reasonably set up. This matchup is scary. Well, I mean, it's just kind of like the old Storm matchup, to be honest. It's not, like, that bad. Okay. they're gonna. So here, the thing is, like right now, they can make like a bajillion mana here, and there's not like it's gonna get out of range of our stuff probably. But I can't throw. I don't think I counter the pyretic right now. I'd have to throw away way too much for that. So our goal is to not die right now. So they have 5 mana here. Yeah, sure. That's not adding any mana yet. Oh, fuck. Okay, I see. They're just going to bring this back. Well, it was going to do it no matter what, so. You know, I think their plan is to just bring the Titan back, yeah. So what's going to happen is, like, I can attack into it and then just dismember it to kill it. They're probably going to kill Hexcatcher if I had to imagine, like. No, they're going to kill the Tide Shaper, interesting, because they really need their white mana back, okay. Oh, wait, what did they do? They've totally fucked up. This. Yeah, the opponent's like, oh, I forgot. No, opponent, what are you doing? That's such a blunder. Alright, well, we can play any 2-drop we draw, so we take this thing up to 3 just in case. Yeah, here we go. Alright, cool. Yeah, we do take those. And I think I can safely attack with the Master of the Pearl Trident, because if they block it, I'm just going to dismember it, so that's fine. Okay, they're not going to block. Good. So they go to 9. I can always vial this Harbinger in to block this thing and then dismember. Yeah. Yeah, Flage and Storm is definitely a thing. Alright, so they're going to attack first. Yeah, they're going to go after the Hexcatcher, which makes sense. Alright, so now we vial in Harbinger of the Seas. And we're going to just kill this guy. It's going to become a 1/1, and then we're going to just kill it. Alright, and just hopefully they don't have anything else to do post-combat. It's possible. They have 5 cards. They could, but they burned a whole bunch of them for this thing, so we'll see. Okay. They're just going to do whatever they're going to do. I have no more interaction, so like we have to just do something here. I can just yield through this. They know I don't have any cards in hand. Alright, opponent, what are we doing? Yeah. Honestly, if we lose this, it's probably just because we just had a really bad hand in the first game. Like, this is... We had, like, a reasonable draw here. So if they're able to combo off, like, without an enabler, then they pretty much deserve to win here, but we'll see. So they've cast the ritual, so they're just trying to figure out if there's a line, I think, for them not to die. So right now we have 11 coming across, so they would not technically be dead from this. They'd still go to 1, so they would maybe have another turn. Unless we draw a Lord would kill them. Or the other thing is they could try to find, like, more removal or some other way to, like... I'm not sure exactly what their plan would be here, but put something on the board, maybe try to, like, get this guy out again. It looks like they're going to try, but can you put enough cards in the graveyard? I guess that's the question. Okay, they're going to wish. Grape Shot. Okay. So Grape Shot, they're just doing it for value, I guess. It's not great for us. The thing is, it gives them a really strong plan B. It's also a card that can remove, like, say your opponent's playing something like Thalia. It's a really good way to kill, like, creatures that interact with it, so... Like, now they find another land, they can just bring this back next turn. Like, and yeah, this would value just, like, win the game. If they find, like, a fetch land, like, that's just really strong for them, so... I need him not to have, like, a fetch. Basically, that's where we're at here. No second white source, please. He's already burned, I think, 2 Manamorphose, so... Okay. Fuck. Well, okay, you know what? That's not the end of the world. Like, the static prison's kind of annoying. I think they're going to play it in probably the Dockhand. Because otherwise, like, Dockhand would have to keep this locked down. I don't think that there's any chance that they're going to hit Vial with this. They have to go... Why? The Vial does nothing right now. What are you doing? Yeah, Manamorphose next turn is a problem for sure. So I don't have a good... Like, unless I find a counterspell or something, I'm kind of sunk. I need, like, now... They didn't find a land, so if they don't find another land next turn, then maybe... Okay, you know what? That's pretty good. Maybe we're going to hold on here with this. So, how do I do this? I have a force, so if they cast the Manamorphose, then I can force it. How do I do this? I probably still need to Dockhand this thing, though, because if I don't, then I'm dead, so... Like, if they find a white source, then I'm in trouble. Or if they find another land, like... Okay, let's say I hold up force here, and I just attack with Dockhand. Like, they could find another white source and then just use, like, 4 actual mana to bring this thing back. Yeah, and we do need to make sure that they have to use it. So, like, if they find a mountain, I need to tap this thing down so they're forced to cast this. Right. I think Flare would have been a little bit better because we could have let them go all in this Titan and then counter it, but we do what we got to do here. The Vial was so pointless. That is such a mistake. You should definitely 100% have gone after the Dockhand. Sure. Desperate Ritual's fine. We force this. No Flage, please. Okay, Reckless Impulse. So they did find a land, and they found another Impulse. Alright, so it is going to come back next turn, unfortunately. Probably. If they find another white source, right? They need 3 for that. That's not super helpful. Alright, so I have to attack with the Mutavault and just hope that they don't have another white land. Is there any point to playing this right now? They only have 1 card in hand. Yeah, I guess I should play it. Cannot let them have double white here. If that thing comes into play, we are so fucked. Okay, the enablers don't matter that much right now, but it's not great. They'll probably just play Medallion. Okay, but why? Oh, they're just playing Glimpse. Alright, sure. Yeah, that's not good. That's really bad. So they just get a bunch of Eldrazi's to block with, I guess. Okay, well... the situation has not changed. They're just going to have to chump block this. They are not going to block it. They just want to have a... Oh, you know what? Okay, I think the line is they're probably just going to sacrifice the tokens for Strike It Rich to get the second blue here. Or the second white, I mean. Which means we probably are dead. Yeah. So I'm not going to have a way to defeat the Titan now. We do have Tidebinder in the deck that could potentially stop it. But we'd have to draw it, like, exactly next turn. Sink into Stupor would not be useless here either. Oh, they just drew a fetch land. Never mind, so, alright. Going to 3 is pretty risky, though. Yeah. Okay, like... yeah, this is why the Storm deck is playing this card, because it gives it a... and actually, it's an answer that deals with, like I said, a lot of the creature answers that come to them. But also, like, it's a really strong plan B, so, like, when they can't storm off, like, this can just take over the game by itself, so... yeah, they found it eventually. Like, we knew that they would eventually find it. And there is another one in the graveyard, so they could just, like, value cast the other one if they need to. So it's like getting rid of this one almost doesn't even do anything at this point. I think we have basically lost this game now. Like, this doesn't really do anything. Like, they're just going to attack us and 9 us. Go up to 9. Yeah, we are actually just, like, straight up lost from this position, because they can always just bring this back to, like, bolt us or helix us again. So we're already at, like, 7. Yeah. Alright, good games. That was rough. Like, we kind of drew air at the end, and we needed to, like, not, and then they ended up finding the land before we could find any other significant threat, so, well, that sucks. Damn, if we had, like, what, Flare of Denial there instead of Force, that would have been great, because we could have actually just countered Flage and just made them waste all the cards in their graveyard, but, oh well. I feel like overall it's not a bad matchup for us. We just, like, our game 1 hand was fucking abysmal for that match. We mulliganed to 6 and had no interaction, so. We're on the draw, but this hand's fine. We're going to keep it. Just hope that they're not going to be like scam or something. No, this is probably Nado, if I had to guess. Temple Garden. Let me guess. Halfling? Is that what we're doing? Oath of Nisa. I am very tempted to force this, to be honest. Because it fixes all of their mana. Well, no, it only for Planeswalker spells, I guess. No, maybe this is... no, this has got to be fine, right? It's just like a cantrip. Alright, if they're going to cast a Planeswalker, whatever. Stomping Ground, okay. Interesting. Well, sadly, I do have to tell them what we're doing here. Just in case we draw the island, I really want that next turn. But we have Force up here, so that's good. And actually, Tide Shapering them is not, like, the worst thing in the world here. Grazer, okay. I don't know, and maybe that's not okay. I'm not sure exactly what we're up against at the moment. Flare of Cultivation. Alright. This I probably need to counter. Alright, so I think that this is probably an important spell to not let resolve. I'm going to get rid of a Master, so we don't really have a good opportunity to use this yet. Yeah, they didn't land with the Grazer, so they're obviously struggling on mana sources, so and I don't want to let them search their deck for more. So that, yeah, that's correct. Okay, so I don't know what's more important to them, is the white or the white or the red mana here. What? Okay, sure. I guess MTGO decided that since they were having issues, they just said, like, I don't have a loss for this. Neat. So this probably is Scape Shift, which means I am guessing that the red man is the important one. No, not that. So we want to cast this. I don't know, it could be. Like, maybe. I'm think that's what I'm guessing here. So I'm guessing, like, Lightning Bolt is probably the most probable outcome. Okay, there's another Grazer, but they probably don't have a land to put into play with it, so I don't think it matters. And I'm definitely just going to Dockhand their other mana, so yeah. It's not bad. But I don't think I need to worry here. I think I need to be aggressive. Yeah, Ponza mode engaged. So I think what we do here, we'll put Master in play. We're going to animate Mutavault. Let's attack. They have Island Walk. We'll play this Mutavault and then Dockhand them on the upkeep. And they just hopefully can't do anything. The mana denial plan is such a strong plan with Harbinger of the Seas now. Like, it is a legitimate thing to rely on. Because if they go after any one of the individual creatures, like, Harbinger just threatens them so badly here. Steam Vents. This looks like Bring to Light Scape Shift to me. That's what I think. You think? Oh, I guess that's possible, yeah. That makes sense. I have to keep this on 2 because I can't actually cast another Lord at the moment. Well, that's fine. I could put them to 1 here, and I just have a Force up, and that's probably sufficient. Then they can't fetch. Okay. I am assuming that this probably means that it's Bring to Light. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Though the Temple Garden is really fucking me up though, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Alright, this is probably not something I have notes for, so alright, let's think about this. Well, Harbinger of the Seas looks like it's fucking fantastic, so we're gonna keep that. it's really hard to know if like any of these sideboard cards are going to matter. Like maybe the One Ring is something we have to worry about. Maybe Dryad. So like the Dismember could matter, but we don't actually know. Honestly, we might not need the sideboard cards here. We might just want to keep what we have in the main deck here. Because, like, these all seem perfectly reasonable. And then if we find, like, something in game 2 that matters, we'll change it. But I don't feel like our main deck is really that bad here. We don't really have enough information to make a good choice as to what to board in, so... And Svyelun Welling, we won't need to. Okay. This is not bad. We might get away with this. They've mulliganed to 6, so Harbinger of the Seas might just, like, destroy them. We can always Dockhand them on turn 2. There's Grazer. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We can play the Vial here. Well, they have a Forest, so that is worth noting here. So we'll see if they get any basics to play around this Harbinger. No, they don't. Okay. Is this like some sort of Nadu deck that I don't know about? Like, I'm not super familiar with like how these lists work, but like they could be different, I guess. It's not really what I wanted to see this turn. I guess I'm just playing Mutavault and then probably Otawara next turn. Alright, let's see. It really does look like Harbinger is going to be devastating. Okay. What do we got? Oath of Nisa. Still unsure what's happening here. I will eat your 1/1. I don't know. It's possible it could be. I guess the safe thing to do is just play Harbinger of the Seas right now. While, like, what I don't know what... I have Island Walk here. I can just attack. They don't seem to be doing anything. They're thinking about something. Okay. Neat. No more white mana. Another Oracle, maybe? Just playing Oath of Nisa. Okay. We'll take up the Vial for the Svyelun here. They find Wooded Foothills, which is an island, so sure. Solitude! Alright, it is cat combo. They exiled a Felidar Guardian. Alright. Okay. Neat, okay. So they're looking for Saheeli, right? That's the thing. It's been a really long time since I've played against this deck. Saheeli Ray, and they already pitched one Guardian. I get that might have been their only white card, and they needed to. So you may as well attack, right? Like, I guess they're afraid I might Vial in a Lord. Well, they should have been afraid. Okay. They're gonna just get another basic land because they are very afraid right now, for sure. You better get that basic mountain in your deck. Hopefully you have one. Sacred Foundry! The fucking balls in this person! Wow! Okay. I'm gonna hold up the Sink into Stupor. Actually, I'm also gonna Dockhand their forest in their turn so that they can't, like, play anything else here. They might not have a basic one. Alright, let's go after their only non-blue source here so they can't, like, cast another Oath of Nisa. And if they, like, cast Solitude or something, I can Sink into Stupor it. Or actually, I could... No, I can't. I cannot bounce my own Harbinger with it. That's worth knowing, so... Yeah. Hansa mode once again. Alright. Lord of Atlantis would be great. Oh, that's fantastic. Alright, attack for Island Walk. Ponza Strong. Yeah, no, the strategy is really good. The opponent just said LOL. Oh, no, not yet. We have to wait until their upkeep. Alright. So yeah, we are protected from another Solitude with this Sink here. Alright, we win the match. Alright, there we go. So the first match, I guess it doesn't count as a loss for us, so... I guess that had to do with the MTGO just not working right for like 10 minutes or whatever it was. I think. I'm assuming that's what that was. Even we did technically lose this one, but yeah. If I had to guess it, that's probably why. I'm hoping that it's not because our opponent did something really bad that they're like punishing them for. That'd be awful. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Did anybody say anything about this? I'm just looking to see if anybody else had. There's somebody posted an error from like 5 or 6 minutes ago. Okay, now MTGO says, we have issued nullifications for league losses caused by this player drop. Auto refunds for league courses not nullified will be granted within 24 hours. Non-league matches, please wait to file tickets. Okay, sure. This is a little bit slow, but we'll keep it. I don't like keeping hands that don't do anything in turn 1, but we do have like plenty of actual like stuff to do here, so... Pass. Well, yeah, anything where like they're playing enough colors where Harbinger of the Seas is gonna get them is great. The only thing you always have to watch out for is Solitude. They do have 0 mana answers for this. I'm guessing that we're up against like Storm again. Oh no, never mind. This is Boros Energy. I don't actually know if I've played against Boros Energy, but I know it's supposed to be tough. They probably have a bunch of removal in their hand right now. Which means playing a creature right now is not really smart. It would just be giving them energy. So I may as well just play the Vial so I can get that on its way up. Okay, oh, I don't know what this... Okay, yeah, no, never mind. That's going to just exile the Vial. The Vial's never getting ticked up. Neat, okay. Well, if I can get them to tap out, then this Harbinger will be good. Ooh, that's not great. Sundial of the Infinite, okay. That's bad, right? That's got to be bad. They're going to go after the Vial. I'm assuming that they're doing this so they can cast, like, Filage. Right? Whenever it... Oh, yeah, you're right. As long as the dog's here. That sucks. Ah, fuck. I don't know what to do here. Yeah, no matter what I cast here, it's not really gonna matter. They can attack and unlock Harbinger and then do whatever they're gonna do. I guess I still have to cast it anyway, just because it's the most mana efficient thing I can do right now, but yeah, this makes it very difficult. We need Dismember. So they have to attack first. This is really, really brutal. I don't know if, like, I don't know. I'm just hoping that maybe, like, I can just play 2 creatures next turn and, like, stop this thing from attacking me. I'm hoping. If they like have Titan here, that's gonna suck. But they don't get to yeah, they don't get to kill it with the Titan. That's the thing. If they exile it, then it comes back at the end of turn, right? So they don't get to throw it away. But it is really bad. Like if they have it. Yeah, I think we're fucked. Yeah, they're just gonna end the turn here. All right, see, this is where things get a little bit hard. It's gonna come back. I guess I could bounce this now, or I mean, I guess on their turn. It's gonna make like they can still do the same thing though, but yeah, this I don't have a better plan at the moment. Like I could play the 2 lords here. Following the unexpected player drop, we're evaluating scheduled events. Okay, or gonna cancel that are hung. Okay, great. Okay, I was thinking like if I play 2 lords, they're just gonna attack and like kill one of them. I could bounce this and just get helixed again. But then my vial will be on 2 for next turn, so I'm hoping that might be a little bit better. Maybe we can find like a way to, I don't know. Maybe there's another way to get through this. Like maybe we can draw another lord or something. Or actually we can no, we can play both lords and then when they attack with this thing and try to helix these next turn, we can vial in the Hexcatcher to protect it. So, because I'm assuming they'll go after Harbinger again. So I think this turn I need to bounce this thing back to their hand. I can't let it attack me right now. I can't survive that. Sure. Like, I guess if I find Dismember this turn, like, maybe that's enough. Yeah, they'll just do the same thing again here. Oh, they're not. They're going for Fable. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Cool. It's not terrible. Hmm? Where's my Harbinger? Shouldn't I have gotten it back by now? Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. If they do it in response to the ability at the end step, then yeah, okay, I got it. I understand how this works. This basically just turns this into like Vindicate every turn. The trigger that would have returned it at the beginning of the end step is yeah, that's all right. They responded to that one. Yeah, okay. We are in a lot of shit. Like, I don't think we're beating this. This sundial is fucking brutal. Oh fuck, like we have no Dismember here. We know they still have the thing in their hand. Like, honestly, I think we're basically lost right now. They're just vindicating our permanents and just eating them every turn. I don't actually think I have a way to win this game with all the stuff they have going on. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go to game 2. They have way too much to like deal with. So, all right. I think. Yikes! Yeah, no. I see now why this matchup is. I knew that this was bad, but like seeing it firsthand, it's like, oh yeah, this is way worse than I thought it would be actually. All right. So what? Tidebinder is like we want Dismember, right? I guess Trickster. The counter spells seem bad, right? The Tide Shapers are also really bad here. And I guess what Subtlety, right? I'm not actually clear if Harbinger is really good in this matchup or not because a lot of their attackers are really dangerous. So I guess I'm just gonna try it. Like, oh, I got, oh fuck, I didn't get all the subtleties. Whoops, I was supposed to get one more. Oh well. This is not very good actually. We have, yeah, this is really kind of poor. I'm gonna keep it, but like it's, I don't think that it's strong. Just hoping that this spreading season ends up being really good. But I get the impression that there's probably most of our hands are not going to feel very good. So you are learning this matchup with me. Yeah. Yeah, this is brutal. Bad dog. Ugh. All right. I guess they have not decided if they're keeping yet. Mhm. Okay, so I think this person is a streamer, and there is a very reasonable chance that they are probably streaming this match right now. So I am not going to see that, but I will definitely go and see if I can find it afterwards. The name looked familiar, and I think yeah, that I think this person does stream Modern. So yeah. I don't know what we're waiting for right now. Did he like walk away? I guess it could also be lingering MTGO issues or something. I don't know. If he, I can't like if he's streaming, I'm not gonna go and like check it. So I don't know. Somebody can like see if he actually is there or not. Yeah, we are playing against Young Dingo. Okay, all right, we're here. Yep. Say chiller, watch him all the time. Okay. All right. Let's tick this up. Yes. Okay, Trickster. So we're gonna. I have to spreading seize this land. I don't have a better play at the moment, and then we'll Violin Dockhand, and hopefully that's gonna be good enough. Dismember is a pretty good draw here. That means we have something good to play next turn. And I don't want to. I don't want to auto yield here because I have Vial to activate. If they put the dog in play, I can at least kill it. Alright, I may as well block with the Dockhand. Does nothing here. That's good. Tidebinder is a good draw here. So I probably just want to play Vial here. I can tap this down in his upkeep or Dismember. I think I'll tap it in the upkeep. If something bad happens to Dockhand, then I have the Dismember, so... And I'll take this other Vial up to 3. If he just kills this thing, then I have Dismember still, so it's not a big deal. The dog, okay. This I am interested in killing. I do not feel bad about dismembering that dog in the slightest. Alright. Fable. There's nothing I can do about Fable here, so... End step. Probably just keep Trickster back for right now. I don't actually know what I'm doing with it yet. I might need to pitch it to Subtlety at some point. I don't really want to. Okay, let's sort of okay. I guess I'm just tapping the Vantage down. Yeah, okay, that seems like the right thing to do. Well, I was thinking about Tidebindering this Guide of Souls. But I think, yeah, I think you're right. I probably do have to stop the treasure. Discarded 2 lands. Alright, well that's not good. If he discarded 2 lands, that probably means that mana denial is not really a thing and the treasure doesn't super matter. Okay. Can let this come into play. Alright, there's a lot of ways this goes poorly right now. Alright, so I could subtlety this thing, but I don't think that it's going to matter. Because he can still just cast it next turn. I really don't want this. I don't know, like I don't have. There's not a whole lot that I can do that's great because this is gonna flip next turn. Fuck. I could Tidebinder this thing, but like they're just gonna copy it with Fable, and then they can kill the cat. Yeah, it'll die from Fable, and then it'll trigger it anyway. Yeah, I know. So sadly, I think that I have to. Oh fuck. No, well, they're gonna I think they will copy this, and they'll sacrifice this one, I guess, and then the other. I don't know. It's. Oh, yeah, it is non-legend. Yeah, it's. I don't know. Not sure what to do about this. Like, I might have to Tidebinder this and counter the trigger for the token. But then this thing is also going to be a problem too. Because it's going to get energy and stuff. Ugh. None of these options are good. I'm dying, like, almost no matter what I do right now. Yeah, I'm just thinking here. If I subtlety this thing, like... if I subtlety this, I could Dockhand both of these, but they're going to have the treasure anyway, so they can still cast it. This is gonna go yeah, this is gonna go south no matter what, so I guess I have to do it like this. Alright, we need miracles right now, and I don't know that we're gonna get them, but we gotta try, so. This is not looking good for our dear heroes. Yeah, I don't have anything I can do about either of those things. Pick up both of these and pray, I guess. That's not a bad one right now. Okay, so this is gonna hurt a lot. This Fable is also gonna hurt a lot too. They don't actually have anything to use with the Fable at the moment. Yeah, it is really good. The problem is, like, there's too many things, like, too many things to want to use it on. I almost kind of feel like this is the thing I'm supposed to kill, but, like, so is this, so... I don't know, that's hard. Probably Fable. Block it, like, how, though? It's big. It's a 3/4, so I have to throw away at least 2 creatures to this thing. Like, I could animate Mutavault, Flash in Trickster, and, like, double block it, I guess. That doesn't seem very good. Because I want to keep the Subtlety in case they play another creature. And then I can tap the Mutavault for mana to dismember this. I mean, that's true. I could throw away the Dockhands. This thing's a 1/2. I guess attack with the Tidebinder. This thing's a 1/2, right? It's not going to do anything. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Attack. I think what I do is I have to I want to animate Mutavault. I'm going to block it with 4 creatures just in case they have 1 removal spell. What the fuck just happened? Oh, the flying counter doesn't get disabled by Trickster. Oh my god, that's... Never mind. We're not blocking that because it doesn't just give it flying. The counter just overrides Trickster, I guess. That's terrible for us. You know, it gets a flying counter from this. And I guess, like, as long as it has a flying counter on it, Trickster doesn't take away its flying. So, we are not going to be doing that. We are dead. We are, like, so dead. That was such a miserable blunder. Alright, well... I don't... No, because it's a counter on it. It doesn't get flying. Like... I don't think that it's actually incorrect. I'm pretty sure that is supposed to work that way. Oh, he had 2 bolts here. Alright, whatever. We're dead. Let's see. Hmm. Let's... I don't know. Now this is not clear. I actually have to... I'm gonna check this. It might actually be supposed to lose it. So the first match we lost, it was versus Ruby Storm. So, but they just redid match 1 because of the error from earlier. So technically, this is going to be a 6-match league, but the first one doesn't count now. Okay. I'm going to have to actually check in this ruling, because it looks like maybe it is supposed to lose flying. Not actually sure about this. I am seeing reason to believe that it might not supposed to have it. Alright, well, whatever. We're on the play. We gotta focus on doing the rest of this. It's a little bit slow, but I'm gonna keep it. I'll just play a Stupor in turn 1. Yeah, mulligan to 6. Okay. Neat. We're just hoping that this is going to be a match where Harbinger of the Seas is going to windmill slam for victory. And it might, actually. Oh, fuck. Alright. We need that very quickly now. A Tide Shaper would be fantastic at the moment. We could slow them down. Oh, yeah! That's exactly what we wanted to see. Alright. Because I want to keep them from casting, like, Thought Knot Seer this turn, so I'm definitely just going to Tide Shape this Eldrazi Temple. Okay. Unclaimed territory on Eldrazi. Neat. Dismember, that's fine. That's okay. That's actually perfect. I wanted you to do that, so we can survive this. As long as they don't have another Dismember, we're okay. Are you fucking kidding me? They have double Dismember here? That's insane. That's insane. What? How? How are you this good at Magic cards? Oh my god. Now what? Evoking Null Drifter? I guess. Wow. Nope, that's Thought Knot Seer. Oh my god. Okay. This is like this is what it felt like to play against Eldrazi when it was like during Eldrazi Winter, when they would just like be ridiculously like hard to beat. Every game in that era felt like this. This is like a very, very good game for them, but like in the previous era, this was like an average game, so is Sink in the Stupor's price going to go down? I don't know, honestly. Like, this card is very good, and I think most of the decks that want this want, like, multiple copies of it. This Flare of Denial is not doing anything. This Hexcatcher is not going to do anything against either of these things. I think we're actually just, like, dead here. I don't think any of these cards actually do anything right now. We're just going to get attacked for 6 and, like, probably be unable to counter anything that they do. I'm sorry, it's getting attacked for 7 because this is a Lord, obviously. I'm hoping I can draw another Harbinger. Flare of Denial does not help me at all. That is useless. Alright, I guess the only thing is when they replay the Thought Knot Seer, it's not actually going to do anything to us, so... Sure. We're just trying to find another Harbinger to, like, slow them down and then find some way of dealing with this. May as well take the Force of Negation, right? I don't think taking Flare of Denial makes any difference here. That seems really bad. They don't make the mistake of attacking into Mutavault, alright. This is so bad! Why? Alright, like, yeah, we had maybe a chance to, like, kind of come back here, but not with, like, top-decking, like, double flares and, like, double forces. Favorite match during Eldrazi winner. Turn 2 Thought Knot, turn 3 Thought Knot, turn 3 Thought Knot, you rip an Echoing Truth and draw 3. Yeah, that seems brutal. They just found another land, so, like, yeah, it doesn't... We probably can't even slow them down at all at this point. This is too late. I don't think that this actually helps me now. I can take 5 from Thought Knot, block this, and just pray, I guess. This is far too late, though. I have no, like, real answer to this thing. Oh my god, are they, like... What is happening? They have the 3rd Dismember? Are you fucking kidding me? So, like, I have to block this with the Harbinger now, and I'm, like, actually just dead. Yeah, okay. No, we are completely dead. They attack with everything. I have to, like, block or I'm dead, and so I've made no progress in my board state. So, yeah, okay, that was absurd! How does that even happen? That's, like, I don't know, that's one of, like, the most crazy games I've ever played against this. Alright, we want Trickster for sure, right? I think we want Tidebinder here. Yeah. Maybe? No, Subtlety. Yeah, like, Subtlety looks good. The Dismember, yeah, Spreading Seas for sure. And Harbinger of the Tides. Okay, yeah, let's take that. Actually, I think Tidebinder is the only thing we're not going to have stuff to take in. We take out all the stupid counter spells. Hexcatcher is also not very good. Yeah, okay, I think we're just doing it like this. I guess I keep this. This is, like, very risky, though. If we find a second land, we probably just win, but, like, if we don't find it, then we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah, I don't think there's anything we could have done differently there. Them just having, like, 3 Dismembers like that was absurd. I can't beat that. They wanted it more. They worked for that one. They earned it. All right. Okay. All is Dust. Wastegate Battle Mage. Okay. This is actually not something I really care to Spreading Seas anyway. Alright, we're really good at magical cards. So let's play Lord here, and then next turn we'll probably just play 2 more Lords, and hopefully that'll be enough. If they play like a soul land, we'll probably Spreading Seas it. Yeah, I'm not actually worried about that. I think here we're just playing two lords. Okay, sure. That's very tempting to play Svyelun here. See, Svyelun is like probably one of the best things we could play right now. Thinking if they like Thought Not Seer me, then Svyelun can still get through that, so it might be worth taking 3 for this. Just play another Lord here. I think that we're playing Svyelun, so let's attack with the Lord of Atlantis. They block, yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna, yeah. Put a Lord into play. Yeah, the punish is Dismember, and it's not actually that bad if that happens. Because we have 2 Lords, so 1 Dismember is not actually enough to kill Svyelun here, so... Yeah. And if they don't have, like, Thought Not Seer to take away my Islands Walk, I basically just kill them right now. We know that we're racing in All Is Dust, so we need to, like, kill them before they get to 6 mana here, right? So Ukin's Labyrinth, okay. So that's 4 mana. They could, theoretically, if they have another soul land, go for it next turn. But we're going to definitely seize this thing. So, alright, yeah, that's fine. We're racing, but we're the one that's winning this race, not you, opponent. Oh, you know what? I could actually, I could... I should have, like, blocked this thing, right? I totally forgot that it's, like, that I have an indestructible Svyelun right now. That's my fault. I could have blocked this and not taken any damage. There was no reason for that. I don't think it matters anyway, but yeah. I think we're just winning anyway. Because we also have the Minamo here, so we can always untap and block with Svyelun, and they won't ever see that coming. Is there any reason to play the Lord right now? We might want to just keep the Lord in hand for the Subtlety and just attack for 11, so yeah. I think that's a good plan. I don't think the extra 3 damage matters here, right? Because we're 11 versus 14 doesn't make a real difference. Yeah, Subtlety feels like the way to go here. Okay, yeah, we didn't draw a blue card, so we're gonna not put the Lord into play. We'll just keep Subtlety just in case. But yeah, hopefully we'll just surprise them with Svyelun untapping and blocking something, and that'll just be it. They are, in fact, super mega dead. I don't think they have, like, any out to this. Like, Dismember would also just be equally terrible for them, because I would still just kill them with Svyelun, so... They choose Eldrazi. Sure, that doesn't make any difference. You have 4 mana. There is nothing you can reasonably play that is going to save your bacon. We might actually get to... Oh, yeah, they didn't even bother. All right. I was going to say, we might actually get to see the Minamo trick in action here. Oh, no, 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 no. No. I want my, No, did I get it? Oh, no, okay. No, I got them all. I thought I had missed clicking on one for some reason, but I guess it must have just been lag last time. This hand is okay. It's, like, kind of slow. I guess I'm going to keep it, but I'm not very excited to keep this. We draw, like, an Aether Vial or something that will, like, improve this significantly. Alright, this is looking a little bit stronger now. Like, Island. We might just be on the mana denial plan here, where maybe we'll Spreading Seas this mountain, and then hopefully Harbinger will come out and help us. Sure. Is there any reason to play this Otawara here? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to just play Mutavault, Spreading Seas Mountain. I could draw an island that I would want to play instead. Yeah, see. Next turn, we're just going to play the island. Playing the Mutavault is okay just in case something bad happens to Harbinger of the Seas. Then at least it's in play and could theoretically attack at some point. The only thing we're, like, really fucked against is, I don't know, there's not a whole lot this turn that's going to, like, really ruin our lives, so... We can afford to take a couple hits here. Oh, they kicked this thing. Alright, they're going to get their mountain back. Sure. Alright. But we can keep them from casting more Eldrazi spells. This is probably okay. The Tide Shaper will be really good to follow up with next turn. So I can play like a Lord and Tide Shape the Mountain and just like really keep them off of casting spells, hopefully. Okay, Temple. It is an island, opponent. Null Drifter, I'm assuming? Or are they trying to like cast a fucking Thought Knot or something? Yeah, you don't have colorless mana right now. Okay, there's Null Drifter. That's interesting. I think they should have attacked with this thing too. Like, there's no way that I'm not blocking that. Or that I am blocking that, I mean. Alright, we're racing. We're just hoping they don't have Dismember is pretty much it. I don't know. It looks like maybe they could do. They're thinking about it. Okay. I mean, that was going to happen no matter what, so, I mean, it sucks, but what are you going to do? That said, we're not in, like, a terrible racing spot here. We can just dump a bunch of lords here, and hopefully that's fast enough. Maybe I don't play both of them next turn. I might want to hold up Sink into Stupor. Because I do have to be worried about stuff like All is Dust, so... Oh god, it might be happening now. Or Devour, that could just be doing that. No, it's just Null Drifter, okay. Null Drifter is beatable, I think. I can live with that. No, I'm not going to block this. Okay, Harbinger, fine. So we know Devourer is here. Okay. So I think the line is we're holding up Sink into Stupor. Oops. If I play a Lord here, I get to attack. Like, there's no way I can kill them right now, but I don't think they can kill me next turn. They can attack for 10, hopefully, and that's it. Yeah, they attack if they attack with everything that's 10, I go to 2. I can sacrifice an island and sure. If they cast Devour, like they get to exile like a lord, but then they're still probably dead anyway. Because next turn I can activate the Mutavault and attack with that too. So here I just attack them for 7 and puts them in 9, and then they exile a lord. Actually, they might exile the Tide Shaper. That would suck, but if I guess we do what we got to do. All right. If I activate the Mutavault here, the Mutavault's 4, right? So it would be 11. The only thing I'm worried about is them all. If they have Allus Dust, then Sink into Stupor means we don't die to that, so. We're just hoping that. We're hoping that's the way that they're going to go here. I want them to get greedy and just try to kill off my entire board this turn. All right, let's see. What do we got? This one's close. 7, so it costs 6. They'd have to tap this to put it back in their hand. So they'd have 2, 3, 4, 5. They could play a land, so 6, and then it costs 1 less, so 7. So they would, yeah, they could theoretically, if they have a land drop, they could actually like cast this card. And if they go after the Tide Shaper, then that we are sort of in trouble. It depends on how they attack then. Alright, let's see what they're going to do. They got the Redneck Dynamite Anglers card. I'm screwed. Well, yeah, there are cards they can have in their hand. Yeah, opponent says they're thinking. All right. Depending on upon what they have, like there are some things I can beat and there are some things I cannot beat. So. Like, it depends upon what attack they make this turn. And, like, if they commit everything to, like, casting this thing and they, like, exile Tide Shaper, depending on, like, maybe it might be possible to get there. I don't know. It's not super clear. Because, like, we could always potentially draw, like, a Spreading Seas or another Tide Shaper and then just win that way next turn if they go after Tide Shaper. So we do have draws that, like, beat them doing this. Like, this beats them having all his dust. If they attack with everything, just leave, like, this back, then, you know, Sync would still win anyway. If their plan is to cast Dismember, we can, like, bounce the Dismember back to their hand, so even if they recast it, like, it wouldn't matter. Like, then we would still be winning anyway. So, like, I think, yeah, if we beat Dismember with this, so there are definitely, like, lines, I guess. If they attack with, like, two things, then we could potentially sink this back to their hand, and maybe, like, a Trickster off the top could also be a winning line if they go after the Tide Shaper, so. Like, yeah, it's really going to depend upon what they choose to push their chips on this turn, so. I feel this gives us, I think, the best chance to beat the most number of cards, so. We don't beat everything, but we beat a fair amount of it, so we'll see. Depends what they play, depends what we draw, how they attack. But they are in the position they have to do something, or we are actually killing them right now, so. Alright, what are they doing here? Okay. Is that it? Like, if this thing resolves, I can just whatever they target, I can just bounce it, can't I? So. Think we're okay. What are they going to target? Itself? Okay. They go in with everything, so. Trying to think, like. I think if I just bounce this right now, yeah, this is fine. Well, they could recast it, I guess, but it shouldn't matter. Annihilator 1, we get rid of an island. Yeah, I know, it doesn't help them. I guess I could just block this thing. Is there any reason not to do that? Do they have, like, Lightning Bolt or something in their deck I need to be worried about? Like, if I block this thing, if they cast Dismember, am I dead? I don't think so, because I still can play Lord, and Dismember puts them at 5, and I would still be able to attack them for 6, right? By just playing Lord here, so. Alright, we win. Alright, opponent said GG. Good games, opponent. Okay, they pushed all their chips in on a line that we could beat. There we go. Yeah. I was just thinking about, like, if I block with the Lord and they dismember the other Lord, they go to 5. I would lose both of my Lords, but I was just making sure that the math still worked out. I could play the Master of the Pearl Trident in my hand and still win the game, so that was fine. It would that block would still beat Dismember, but blocking there also means that, you know, in case they have something insane like Lightning Bolt, we're not dead to that. So we don't need to take the extra 2, so we can stay at 4 life instead of going to 2. So, all right, we're on the play. Excellent. Guess I'm gonna keep this. Sure. They are mulliganing to 6. All right. Hoping that I can just use this Dismember on whatever they do in their first turn. All right, Marsh Flats. What do we got here? Watery Grave. Are we getting fucking griefs now? Thoughtseize. Okay. So that's not good. There a bunch of things that this could be, and most of them are bad. It's a little bit awkward to have that right now. Thinking if there's any reason to play the Cavern versus the Oboro right now. It's possible that they might hold up Counterspell if we don't play Cavern of Souls here, so we'll just not play Cavern of Souls. Taking Lord is usually not a good omen. Alright, so this is the Reanimator deck. So I guess it didn't... Yeah, none of the stuff in our hand actually mattered, so... We want to draw a force, basically. Well, they didn't manage to bin anything useful off of this. That's good. And I think we do need to just put Svyelun in play. And just hope they don't have, like, Solitude, because, like, we're not beating a Solitude. Solitude would just, like, ruin our lives. Okay. Well, yeah, alright, so maybe we're okay here? At least for right now. We might at least get to draw a card off of Svyelun first. So they... Well, they don't have Atraxa in the graveyard, so this is a plus. Alright, that's fine. They're at 15. I don't think my life total is very relevant. I can just dismember this thing. The only thing I'm worried about is if they have, like, Solitude and Ephemerate, I might want to save the Dismember for the Solitude, so... I guess I'm just... Yeah, like, if that happens, I'm fucked, so I have to save the Dismember just in case. Yeah, I have to watch out for the Ephemerate. You are 100% correct. So only Svyelun is going to attack here. We get to draw the card, so that's a plus. No, we do not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play, I think, Dockhand, Vial, and Pray. Actually, I don't even know if it's necessary to play this Vial right now. I don't know. Maybe I should just in case, like... Yeah, well, we have the Dismember up still. Hopefully that'll be fine, but no, we're not going to blink first. If they try to ephemerate this Archaeologist, then I will Dismember that so that they don't get to put more stuff in the graveyard. We don't want to see, like, the Frog. The Frog would be really bad. Oh, we win! Okay, they just have nothing. Alright. So we're just crushing them next turn. Alright, excellent. Fuck, I'll take it. We had 10 on board, and we had the Dismember, so it's good. Alright. Alright, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we want Tidebinder. We want the, I think, yeah, the Subtleties. I think we want the Dismember. What do we not want? Actually, I don't think that we want Svyelun for this. She is pretty slow for this deck. Harbinger is probably really good. What else? I have to cut 3 more cards. Maybe we don't want all 4 Dismembers here, so we'll just leave that one there. Get rid of 2 more cards. Maybe a Dockhand can come out and... The only thing, like, the Dockhands are good with the counter magic, so... Maybe like this. So I'm not sure how good Subtlety is yet. Alright, you know what? I want to keep the Dockhands because I think they're better with the Hexcatcher, and I think Hexcatcher is super important for this. This is how I'm going to do this. I like keeping my curve as low as possible against these decks because I don't want to be tapping out as often if I don't have to. Okay. Alright, what's taking them? It's really surprising, like, how good the Ponza plan tends to be against this deck. Yeah, they're keeping 7 cards. This is not, like, an amazing hand by any means. I probably need to keep this, but I don't really like it that much. It's not amazing, but this might be one of the Ponza plans here. All right. And then we can Violin Dockhand and hopefully Tide Shape them next turn, and maybe that'll be enough. Alright, how much danger are we in? Solitude in the graveyard. Okay, it could be worse. They did not find Atraxa. Hexcatcher just changed the equation entirely, so... I think we are holding... I think if I Tide Shape this thing, the chances that they can go off this turn are very low, because they need to find a way to discard something into the graveyard, and Goryo's it back with black mana, so... feel like this might be the safe turn to play Tide Shaper, and then I can tick Vial up and Vodalian Hexcatcher. Just hope that, yeah, we have another turn for this. They're probably going to cast Tainted Indulgence, I'm guessing, or maybe Vengeance here. Oh, fuck, I totally forgot to Vial in the Dockhand. I'm stupid. Alright, whoopsie. Well, maybe all of a sudden this might, like, this, I don't know, this sort of is okay. I might not want to put this Hexcatcher in play just yet, so... They shock themselves, I'm assuming, because they're going to try to do something on, like, the end step. Or they might try to ephemerate this thing. That's also very possible. Let's attack with the Tide Shapers. See if they block. Alright. If they try to, like, Solitude this thing, I'll Subtlety it away so this thing dies. Tainted Indulgence. Okay. Sure. They discarded Atraxa. I mean, I guess. But we have Hexcatcher in play. So it's... If they want to go for this Vengeance, it's going to cost them, or it's going to cost us all of our board to keep them from doing it. Yeah, now all of a sudden not having put that Dockhand into play really hurts us because I could have tapped a land in their up. Well, I guess not. If I did it in their upkeep, they would have only had 3 mana, so ugh, this is rough. So they already have 5 cards in hand. Against my better judgment, I'm going to let them have the Atraxa here. Because I think keeping my board is a little bit more important right now. They're going to get a bunch of cards, but they're also not going to get to keep most of them, so... Getting hit for 7 is not great, but it does go away, hopefully, and let's hope... Oh, they found Ephemerate. That's... I guess if they use the Ephemerate, we do have to, like, actually counter that. We at least would get to keep our Hexcatcher. This is all bad. Like, the Solitude on top of this... Alright, this is over. Yeah, I don't know. Not playing the Dockhand was, like, a huge, huge problem here. Alright, it's... The Subtlety is definitely okay against them. Just not sure, like, what I'm supposed to take. I guess I could take out a Dockhand. This hand is great. We're going to keep this, and hopefully this just beats the shit out of them. Harbinger of the Seas might just, like, be lights out if it hits the board, so that's the hope. Alright, let's do this. This is actually also the weird scenario in which I might be inclined to play the Dockhand first, and then play Vial in turn 2, and then tap something down with Dockhand. So we don't actually have anything to do on turn 2, so if we're just going to try to mess with their mana here, then we can do this sooner rather than later, so... I mean, it is, unless we draw the land, which I'm hoping that we do, but yeah, it's fair. Well, they kept a card on top of their deck. Well, that's very good. Okay. Still gonna stick to this plan. Because if they can't do anything else here, they might just play another land tapped. Ooh, that's not a good sign. Prismatic Ending. Okay, that actually is fine. Because now if we draw the land, we basically just win. Yeah, okay, we just win now. Look, see, the plan worked. We drew it up exactly like this, and everything came out exactly as we had hoped. A single subtlety is not going to be enough to save them here. Grief for its evoke cost. Okay. They have literally nothing else to do here, so yeah. Sure, we can tick this up. That's also great. Alright. Well, I will actually tick the Vial up to 4 if I get to my turn with Subtlety in hand. Like, we're just like winning this game anyway, so. Alright, we win. See? Never did we not have it. Okay. So we did actually play 5 games here, so technically we are like 2 and 3, but we actually have one more game to play because they nullified the first one. So we have the chance to change our... Yeah, I'm sorry, we're 3-2, and we have the chance to turn our 3-2 into a 4-1 now. So... long night of Magic here. I started a little bit late, and yeah, we're playing a 6th game instead of... or a 6th match, I guess, so... The mono blue Ponza plan in this deck is just so awesome now. Alright. We are on the draw. Alright, what are we doing here? This is a fine hand. Actually, I'd say this is really good. We have a nice curve up here. They've kept 7 cards. We can keep 7 cards, and hopefully this will just roll them. Nice aggro plan. Oh, fuck. Oh, no! Alright, we're fucked. This is Boros Energy. Boros Energy is so bad. You've already seen it, like, once how awful it is for us, so... They just play the dog, and, like, the sundial and things just get out of control, so... Alright. Unstable amulet. Okay. Alright, well, the good thing is they don't get to attack right now. We are just drawing lords and, like, nothing else, so it's not entirely what we really want right now. May as well attack while I still can. They found another unstable amulet. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's bad. I don't know, like, I feel like we need to take kind of whatever attacks we can get because things just get out of control very quickly. Alright, what is the right thing to do here? So they played 2 basic planes and a mountain. I guess if I hit the mountain, the chances are they might not be able to cast another spell. So that's probably what I need to do. And I don't think this attack will work, but I think we're on this plan again. Just hoping that they don't have another red source. It's not a good sign. Ranger, Captain of Eos. Okay. I'm guessing they're going to get more Ocelots. They got Guide of Souls. Okay, yeah, that's the other one that makes sense here. Oh, Aether Hub. See, I knew that somebody would play this card eventually. I still have a set of promo foil ones from that when this was in Standard. This card's so fun. What are they at here? 5. They're at 9. They're not quite at the city's blessing for this, so. Oh fuck. This is so bad. Like. Alright. What do we do right now? Okay. They don't actually have any more energy tokens at the moment, but they're gonna get some from this Guide of Souls, so. Yeah, alright. I could play the Svyelun, or I could like Dockhand and tap this thing on the upkeep and then just play like a Lord. That Dockhand, I don't know, like it's not clear what the way to go here. Svyelun is probably the best. They only have 2 cards left, so maybe playing Svyelun is the best way to go. But this thing is going to get the city's blessing, and they're going to get multiple copies of tokens. So if they have any creature to play, like, we're kind of in trouble. Yeah, so the only thing I'm thinking is if their hand is more like... So they can't play the unstable amulets from here. Well, they don't actually have any energy to do it right now. So and they don't have energy for the Aether Hub, so... The only thing I was thinking, if I tap the Aether Hub in the upkeep, even if they play a creature, they won't have red mana to cast anything, so stuff like more amulets or like Fable would mean they don't have anything to do. They couldn't cast this card again. They could just play more like Dinks, though. I don't know, it's hard to say. Yeah, yeah, we do. Okay, so it's a 1/1 token I can block. I guess I do have Island Walk right now, so I may as well attack, because, yeah. The Tide Shaper can block a token if I need it to. And Svyelun can block, like, this thing. There's not a lot of cards they could have in hand that would be All right, so they had the land anyway. So I think what we did was correct because they were going to have the mana no matter what. The only bad thing is now they can just play like Flage and just like kill this Tide Shaper or something. So it would suck. Actually, no, they can't do that because they don't have double red yet. Okay, they'd have to play like another Ocelot Pride first. So they're gonna play this amulet. All right. Amulet turns on their red mana again, so I guess... No, they could have cast the front. Yeah, never mind. No, I was correct. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. They can still do it. They're just going to cast another Ranger Captain. Yeah, they're going very wide. Alright, so this is going to get out of control. The longer this game goes, the less and less likely we are to win. They got another Ocelot Pride. Okay, that makes sense. This card is so ridiculously powerful for 1 mana. This is the thing, like, the fact that Orcish Bowmasters exist is, like, why they have to push cards to be this stupid for, like, as a 1/1. It's busted. Alright. You get a bajillion energy and they get, like, 2 tokens, yeah. This is great. Not even a question. Alright, so... I think we're just attacking for as much as we possibly can here. I'm just hoping that this is going to be enough. We'll just play Hexcatcher and Lord next turn with whatever's left and pray that they clean up the board. Or that they, or I guess that they kill them, so... This is the best chance that we have right now. Honestly, it's not that bad, right? It's so far, like, this looks like this is beatable. I don't know what they could, like, cast here that would really ruin our entire existence. Arena of Glory. Oh, that's the haste land. Okay. I'm not super concerned by this. I guess they're just digging for anything. Guide of Souls, okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. They don't have any more energy left, so... They did not draw their massive pile of removal, it looks like, hopefully, so... Oh, nope, there it is. That's one of them. Okay. Goodbye, Svyelun. That was not the correct one to use. They should definitely have gone after the Tide Shaper. I don't know. What are they fucking doing? Like, the Tide Shaper's the one that's gonna kill them. Like, why are they doing this? They have 1 card left. I hope that it kills this thing. It'll be really bad for them if it doesn't. Alright, I don't know. So this will be, what, 4, 8, 5, so 13 is what we're looking at. But they're gaining life here, right? They have the energy. Do they? They have 2 energy here. They don't have enough for the Guide of Souls. Oh no, like, okay, they are gonna have enough for this. Okay, so they can survive this if they do this correctly. Alright, whatever. We'll see what they do here. Yeah, they did it. Okay, they're gaining enough life where we can't actually kill them. I think. They go to 14, I can't deal 14. Uh-huh. They have no cards in hand. Oh my god. Alright, yeah, no, I don't think we can get through this now. There's like too many tokens here. This we needed like last turn. Yeah, they're at 26. They're gonna be able to just like game. I don't think we can interact with them here. We're like, they had too much stuff this one turn. Yeah, you were saying about them having their pile of removal. They did find 2 of them last turn, and that was enough. All right, barely. Their last card gave them the energy they needed to activate this thing. So, yeah, we're dead. This deck is like such a fucking beating to us, but yeah, I don't know like how we're supposed to defeat this. Probably we're just not. Our Tidebinders are in the sideboard. That's why we don't have them. Yeah, we need this. And I guess the subtleties. I don't really like subtlety as a card versus these kind of decks, because you have to get to 4 mana before this card actually feels good. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Okay, alright, what do we got? Yes, please. I mean, I guess. This might be the circumstance where we just play Sync in turn 1. And just hope that Harbinger or Svyelun will be enough to carry us there. Get them to play a 1-drop that maybe Trickster can eat, hopefully. They've mulled to 6. Alright, that's good news for us. They've mulliganed to 5. Okay, well, things are starting to look up for our dear heroes. I guess we just need subtlety for, like, the Titan, right? That's the only thing that really makes sense. So it's really bad against pretty much everything else. Them playing, like, fair creatures is usually not a good thing for us. Yeah, like, okay. I'll probably have to play the Trickster just so that I can curve. Because Svyelun needs creatures in play in order for her to be indestructible, so that's good. Well, that's bad, so... What the hell is this for? Okay, so they can get their, I guess they just get 2 energy and they're not going to do anything with it. This is so they can get their amulets back, I guess? Okay. Oh, so they can go up to 3 energy for this. Alright, sure. Alright, well, hopefully Harbinger is going to be good. Because I don't have a plan if it's not. Okay, that's good for us. There is no way in hell you should be attacking right now. Don't even think about it. Absolutely insane. Alright, Sink into Stupor is good. Let's get Svyelun out because that's how we're going to win the game here. We're going to need her to attack for victory many times. And then hopefully we can just hold up Sink into Stupor for whatever nonsense they have going on. Alright, beautiful. Alright, we might actually win this game. It is really tempting to play this Master right now, but I'm really sure that we're supposed to just hold this up until we get some more lands into play. Yeah, see, like, that's good. Then potentially we can play Master next turn. Or we can just flash in Subtlety in the end step if they don't do anything. That line, or like even Tidebinder, like any of those lines work. Die! No solitude in the universe is going to save you. I don't know if they actually play Solitude in their deck, but we were prepared just in case, so. Okay. The Panza plan got there again. See, I love this Panza plan just because, like, when we're in a bad board, or when we're in a bad match, or we don't really have, like, a good hand to, like, fight on a normal axis, like, it is a really good backup plan where we can just say, like, I know I can't beat you, but I can at least stop you from being able to do anything until I can beat you. And so it gives our deck like a kind of an unfair way to win, which is something historically we have not really had. So yeah, I'm all for it. This is the Harbinger of the Seas is like one of the best cards we've ever had in our deck. Ah, fuck. If I had one more land, I would keep this, but there is no way I can keep this in the draw. Like, one land in the draw is just not a keepable hand. 2 lands is. This is actually not really good either. I guess I have to keep this, but I am really not happy about it. This is kind of another, we're just hoping that whatever they're doing, we can just like interact with it or slow them down until we draw something relevant. See, like, if they like play a creature here and I can dismember it, that would actually like be good. So this Svyelun is actually a pretty good draw here. I need them to play a creature. If not, I'm just gonna Spreading Seas this Arena of Glory. Okay. Sure. I mean, we're definitely playing one of these Otawaras. Like, it's basically a given that one of them has to go into play, but not yet. That is so fucking greedy! You've seen me play Harbinger of the Seas before! Why are you doing this? If I just play Harbinger, like, what is your plan? You have nothing! Ranger Captain of Eos. I guess? I don't really want to Subtlety this thing. I could just play, like, Lord of Atlantis and Dismember. Or I could just play the Svyelun. That's also fine. If I top deck Harbinger, I basically just win the game, right? Harbinger off the top is just a game winner. Guide of Souls, sure. I understand that's what you're getting. Alright, well, I think we have to play the Svyelun, right? I don't really see a way around this here. This is the way we're going to win this game. And there is a 0% chance I am blocking this thing if it attacks, so... Because I know that they have their discharge. Alright, well, I guess if they have it now, they'll just play it and kill it, so... We're not going to make them use all the energy. Yeah. Again, like, this is so greedy, because, again, if I have Harbinger, you are just absolutely straight dead. You have no chance. Like, Harbinger off the top just ends the game on the spot. It's insane. I don't understand how, like, this is a reasonable plan for them. To not fetch a basic land right now. We could be punishing them so hard with a top deck. Come on. Alright. Alright, I don't really want to play this Otawara. I need to hope they just don't have another one of these things. Rinse, repeat, pray is correct. That's what we're doing. If they play another creature, I might actually just subtlety it. Like, because this will give them a bunch of energy, and I think I am actually supposed to do this at this point. I'm not going to let the discharge just kill off my Svyelun again. Yeah, they did put it on top, so this gives us another turn where if we draw Harbinger, we basically just win the game. So, and I really, really want to play to that out, because I don't have a better plan right now. Okay. Let me think about this. What does this mean? Does this mean they have discharge in their hand? Like, I'm just gonna take it. Because if I top deck the thing, then like well, yeah, if I top deck it, like I can just play it and I just win. So I think drawing a card is better than 2-for-1ing them right now. We want to dig as many cards deep for this Harbinger as possible, because that's the card that actually, like, wins. So if we draw it and play it, it'll have Ward 1, so they can't actually, like, kill it in response, and they don't have 4 energy to kill Svyelun here either, so... We will have a board that they effectively can't beat, and they can't cast anything if we can find this card. That's not the worst. That actually is okay here. But I think we still attack anyway to try to just dig for it. I think the correct thing to do here is actually dismember this right now. And then I can just hold up Sink into Stupor for their next turn play. Because if there is some possibility that they would try to like sacrifice this thing so I can't bounce their stuff. And then I can't do anything. Well, I could do it, and I guess I could... If they do... Yeah, I don't know. What happens if I do... Yeah, maybe it's fine. I could play the Vial. I guess I could just hold up these dummies, right? I think this is the turn I need to cast the Dismember, though. I just have to figure out what I want to do with it. Alright, let's see what they do here. They should not cast it pre-combat. That is a mistake. So what happens if I do this? They would have to tap out to recast it again. It's not ideal, but do what we gotta do, I guess. I can make them take their whole turn to do this. They do nothing here. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna kill the Guide of Souls. It keeps them from getting more energy. I think I can deal with this easier than I can deal with that. Fucking finally! Oh, they have the discharge. Fuck. Fuck, I can't... Oh, that's so frustrating. They, like, obviously had it, but there's not really a whole lot we could do about it. I think I'm gonna just play the Master here. I guess if I played this first, I could have made them use this energy. I don't know. This game is still possibly within reach. Depends upon how this turn goes, I guess. I guess if they have no removal and we draw a Lord, we can actually kill them. So that's the hope. We needed that Harbinger way earlier. There were like turns where we could have played it and just won, but unfortunately they found another removal spell by then. Why? Why is this my life? Alright, I guess this takes their whole turn. They can put us to 4. It gives us another chance to draw another Harbinger. Alright. Svyelun loves us. So what? They can put us to 1. I'm not worried about that. Okay, well, we found 2 more, so let's just hope they can't cast anything else. Alright, we might still have this. The Lord of the Top Deck! Yeah, alright. Subtlety is a fantastic card to have drawn here. Alright, how do I want to do this? If I attack with both of these things, that's 5. Drawing a Lord wouldn't be enough. I could just attack with Svyelun. Well, I could just attack with Harbinger by itself. That puts them to 6. The thing is, if I attack with Svyelun, I get to draw a card, and that helps keep us ahead right now. But it means I have to throw something in front of this. Gem, Harbinger, hold back. Well, yeah, that's definitely possible. I could attack with this Harbinger and, you know, just have Svyelun block this thing. Harbinger attack puts them to 6. That's probably fine, so... We'll make Svyelun indestructible, I guess. I'm just trying to think if we ended up, like, I wanted to have at least 2 blockers in play in case they found, like, planes and they had, like, Static Prison or something. It didn't seem likely that they did, but I don't know. It felt like that was fine. So they were only going to get to cast 1 spell, and I don't think them playing basically any creature really mattered that much. Like, I don't know, but yeah, it worked out. Okay, so... Technically, I think we were... How did this work out? We played 6 matches, and we were 4-2, but the first loss doesn't count, so we ended up 4-1. So yeah, we beat Boros Energy. That was really impressive because that deck is hard. So yeah, all right. Let's look at our deck list again. We had a really fighting night tonight. Yeah, the most unwinnable matchup is really hard. So, yeah, what? I think so now we've gone like 4-1 and like 3-2 and then 4-1 again. So, yeah, it looks like the Merfolk is doing pretty good. We haven't seen any... Well, we didn't see any Nadu today. I guess... I don't know why not. Like, maybe they just don't like doing all the clicks for the loops online. That could be. I think everybody's also just like... The deck is miserable to play, but it's also like really good. So, who knows? But, yeah, it's a really strong list. I really like this deck a lot. I feel like this 75 feels very strong to me. You can change like 1 or 2 cards based on your preferences. Like, I think Nagachu doesn't have the 4th Harbinger, and he doesn't have like the 3rd Dockhand, so he can play like another Trickster, or 2 Tricksters in the main deck, and like maybe another Tidebinder in the sideboard. But like, the changes are, yeah, like the numbers are like very close. Like, this is basically where you want to be, so... It feels really good. Like, you probably don't need the Oboro in here, but at the same time, it doesn't really hurt that much, because I don't think there's a huge amount of, like, Blood Moons running around, and, like, honestly, a lot of the times, like, the people who bring it in against us, it feels like an insane decision to bring in Blood Moon against an Aether Vial deck that's running, like, 8+ basic lands, which is more than, like, most decks in the format, so... I don't tend to expect people to bring Blood Moon against me very often, so I feel a little bit more safe bringing stuff like Oboro and having that for like the mirror match instead. So that way you're not just giving your opponent Island Walk all the time. And there's always the very rare circumstance where sometimes with Mutavault it can help you cast like a blue spell when you don't have a land draw, so it's fine. Like, really, though, I play it because I have a foil 1 in paper, and I like having the foil Kamigawa lands in my deck. But yeah, no, this is another great victory for Merfolk. We had a nice long 3-hour stream. That was very impressive. long for our channel, but we played 6 games of Magic, so that's to be expected. Everyone, thank you for being here with me tonight. I love being here with chat. I love reading chat. It helps you, or I mean, it helps me like make better content for you. So, yeah, I am way more entertaining when I get to talk to you, for sure. If Flood Moon just makes nothing matter. Absolutely, for sure. I mean, that it is true for the mirror match. Oboro doesn't matter that much, but it still helps a little bit. Because, like, there is definitely a difference between going, like, keeping a Cavern of Souls island hand versus keeping Cavern of Souls Oboro. Because now you're forcing your opponent to play, like, Harbinger of the Seas, which means they're also giving you Island Walk and for them taking it. It's like, Harbinger of the Seas has a lot of, like, that Lord of Atlantis quality to it, so... Yeah, you don't always want to have to play it. Like, we've been in the scenario where we had Harbinger, and it's like, playing it was actually bad for us, so... Greetings from Chile. Yes, hi. Appreciate you being here. Great games. Thanks for streaming. I always, yeah. For you guys, always, yeah. That's why I'm here every week. Like, honestly, like, for many times I have just thought about, like, not playing Magic for a long time. But the fact that, like, you guys are all here, and we get to play Magic together, and I get to hang out with you all, that's why I keep doing this. So, I really appreciate it, and that's why I'm here every week doing it, so... If you would want to support me, you can go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, which would really help me. And if you like the replays, that's awesome and be very, very nice and appreciated. I always read all the comments, so it makes me feel like, you know, I'm not wasting my time at all. Like, everybody likes what they're seeing, so I know that what I'm doing is, you know, what you guys want to see. So there we go. So, otherwise, yeah, that's all we got for today. You know what, we're gonna go check out Young Dingo. I think he is actually streaming, so... He did beat us tonight, so I guess he deserves our raid, right? That makes sense. Alright, let me find him here. Also, he did have a recommendation from somebody in the chat here, so... Thank you for being with me once again. Really appreciate it. See you guys again next week. From the bottom of my heart. Yeah, keep swimming. And keep kicking ass with Merfolk. That's all I got. So, I'll see you next time, everybody.